Was man a gender-neutral word in common usage at some point? I've seen sometimes the claim that in the past man was a non-gendered word, with women referring to female individuals and woman referring to male individuals. I've found some indications that women was either a predecessor or a complement to woman, and even the root for the current wife. I've failed to find solid information regarding man being a truly neutral word, and not just a masculine word applied to both female and male individuals, and woman, or any alternative being the default word for male individuals. So, was man a non-gendered word in the English language or its predecessors at some point, with different words derived from it, as woman is today, to refer to both male and female individuals? Note: my main language is entirely gendered, and we have no way to address someone in a gender-neutral way that is common usage. If anything comes across as rude, please say so and I'll correct it. I understand this may be a sensitive topic.
Yes. From the Oxford English Dictionary, subscription required. Man was considered until the 20th century to include women by implication, though referring primarily to males. It is now frequently understood to exclude women, and is therefore avoided by many people. And then, before beginning its selection of quotations, remarks. In some of the quotations in this section, it is difficult or impossible to tell whether man is intended to mean a person or a male human being.
Man in Old English could be either gendered or non-gendered. We inherited that ambiguity. In Old English, man referred to both an adult male and a human being of either sex. Here is Stephen A. Barney in Word Horde, an introduction to Old English vocabulary, entry 8. Man serves for both adult male and human being, of either sex. In English, the other Germanic languages adopted distinct words for the two senses, maj man and mensch human being. The latter form occurs in OE, not in our texts, as menesk, adj, humans, which survived to the 12th c. The OE terms which discriminate sexes are wer, lat, vir, and with, plus man equals woman. Maj, like OE, has man and nom. Unstressed, meaning one, cf. French on. Compounds include an early version of mankind, mancyn. So what we have is a word that can refer to either adult males or human beings. Furthermore, it was sometimes hard to distinguish these uses, while the context makes telling them apart easily enough in this usage OED. Low Anglo-Saxon Kron. Laud, anno 639 s dotter Weisgi Hayton or Kongota Halifem, and Amp, Wundorlik man. This daughter was called Eorson Goda Holy Woman and Wonderful Man. Can you tell which man is meant in the next two uses? Testicles makes the second men obvious. The first man, referring to men being hanged for thievery, is rather harder, unless you believe that only men could be hanged for thievery. Low Anglo-Saxon Kron. Laud, Peterborough Contin, anno 1124 at Warren on a little while eels fear and amp, fearwordy man, and amp, 6 men spilled of here agon and amp, of here stains. There were in a little while 44 men asterisk, and 6 men spoiled of their eyes and their testicles. Or how about the following usage? In the Old English homilies, did Jesus become both man, an adult male, or man, a human being, for us? Either fits. A 1200 ms. Trin. Camber. In our Morris Olding. Homilies, 1873, 2nd Ser. 199, med, he become man for us. Also, to the extent we've been discussing a word in a language that still had grammatical gender, man in Old English is masculine. While grammatical gender should not be confused with biological gender, see Latin poda, agricola, ingola, nata, all appear feminine in form but function masculine when modified by adjectives and most likely refer to men. Grammatical gender doesn't help us distinguish semantically gender-neutral cases here. So it would oversimplify to calling this usage gender-neutral or strictly gendered, since the reading as adult male and the reading as human being may lead to ambiguity. Furthermore, such ambiguity doesn't exist for any word that refers to women with, bride, femini, queen, and other words for women do not enjoy double status as words referring to humans in general. Thus, while Old English man could be used to refer to human beings, including individual women, man, and the adult male it sometimes refers to, possesses a dual quality that woman and other female terms lack.
I'm old enough to remember when man, or the combining for man, was just common usage. All men are created equal was just taken for granted as meaning all persons were created equal. Words like spokesman, craftsman, chairman, etc. were easy to use and didn't raise any gender questions. Of course, man could also be used in a strictly male sense. Be a man, my son. This is a job for a strong man, etc. So you have a word which could be gender specific or could be used otherwise. Languages aren't always consistent.
There have been many historical uses of man to mean all people well into the 20th century as well. In 1942, Disney released Bambi, which has this line: "Bambi, what happened, mother? Why did we all run? Bambi's mother, man was in the forest." Time magazine had a long-running tradition of naming a Man of the Year, Person of the Year since 1999. While women named were Woman of the Year, when they would name a group of people, that group would be Man of the Year. 1967 featured baby boomers. In 1962, The Twilight Zone had one of its most famous episodes, To Serve Man, in which aliens come with vast knowledge, ostensibly to help all mankind. The title, however, is a bit of a pun. To Serve Man, a book the aliens have, is not how to help mankind, but how to best cook the people they take back to their planet.
Fast food, sliding supplement